Okay, I think I made it a little bit too hot. That was not supposed to happen. Okay, that's actually really good. That is officially my fishing expedition done. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I have made it all the way over to Perth. However, I left just as quickly because it is school holidays over here. At least it's wrapping up right now and it has been so busy. Like, I'm actually shocked. You think that Perth is just so far away that not many people would get out here. Totally the opposite. But yeah, I've actually come all the way up to this spot called Sandy Cape Recreational Park. So I'm not really too sure what's in the area. Obviously incredible beaches, but yeah, we're gonna head on in here. Hopefully we can find a campsite, and yeah, hopefully the beaches are just as cool as what everyone says they are. How stunning is this campsite, and that water is so clear. It's definitely a little bit on the windier side, but we are booked in for the next 2 nights, so maybe that will die off over the next couple of days. We will see. But yeah, when you get here, there's like a 2-wheel drive access campground you can camp in, or you can book in to camp in the 4-wheel drive sections, which is north and south. So yeah, I've started off with the north side, but we can go for a little bit of like adventuring tomorrow, see what else there is. I think this afternoon I'm definitely going to be heading down to the beach and doing some fishing. Didn't take me long to give up on fishing. I literally kept getting snagged on like all of the weeds out there, but I did actually chat with a couple whilst I was down there, and they did say that the squid fishing around the corner is supposed to be pretty good. So I reckon that will be top of our agenda tomorrow. But I think for this afternoon, I'm just going to set up camp, have a pretty easy dinner, and then tomorrow, I actually bought a camp oven like a couple of months ago now, but South Australia had fire restrictions. So we've got a little campfire set up here at the campsite, and I've got the camp oven, so I reckon we'll put that to good use tomorrow. So I've decided that I don't want to give up my campsite. I feel like I've actually got a really good spot now that I've done a little bit of walking around this morning. So I'm thinking we might go for a little bit of a walk around the headland, try our luck with some squid fishing along the way. It's really not too far of a walk. It's literally right behind us here. And because I plan on using the camp oven tonight, it does mean that I need to get a fire going pretty early this afternoon just so I can get those coals going. But it's still actually a little bit windy, so hopefully that does die down by this afternoon. I'm gonna get packed up and we're gonna start walking over to that headland. Fingers crossed we can catch something. That is officially my fishing expedition done. I clean snapped my fishing rod just then. No idea how I even did that, but something tells me sticky tape is not going to fix that. So I reckon we're going to go back to camp now. We might just spend the afternoon literally swimming and just relaxing if that's the case. So it's like 3:30 in the afternoon now, so I thought we'd get a head start on our campfire because I do need that to burn down. So hopefully it doesn't take too long and then we can hopefully get the brisket on the fire by maybe 4:35. I'm not even sure how long it's going to take. You guys are literally coming along this journey with me because I have no idea what I'm doing. So literally as if on cue, the coals are literally ready and it's like just before 4:30. So I called that so perfectly. Now, as far as our camp oven, I'm going to get this heated up for our beef brisket. However, this is like a 1.5. This is way too much for just me. And I literally have like the smallest camp oven, so it's not even gonna fit in there anyway. So I'm going to cut this up, portion it out, and that way I've got some for later. But let's chuck this camp oven on the fire and see if we can figure out this entire process. So I'm going to separate this into 4 sections. I'll probably use maybe half of this. I feel like that's pretty much all I'll need, and then I can freeze the rest of it. And then I'm going to season these. We'll sear them off in the camp oven. And then, yeah, we'll add in everything else we need to make it into like a beautiful little brisket. So as far as the rub we're going to use on, I actually got this sweet and smoky rub. So hopefully this tastes pretty good. And we're going to be pairing this with some stock and red wine as well. Okay, I think I made it a little bit too hot. That was my mistake. That was not supposed to happen. So I'm gonna let that cool down just a little bit and then we'll go in and try that again. So I've just pulled the camp oven off of the coals just so I can sear all sides of this beef, and then I'll pop it back on and we'll put everything else in there. So now that I've got all sides of the meat seared, I'm just going to be adding in about half a tin of tomatoes. We've got a cup of stock. And then I'm going to go in with about half a cup of red wine. And of course, one for me as well. And then we put the lid on and we let it do its thing. Is it actually possible to mess up a meal in a camp oven? Like, I didn't think it was possible, but maybe this is going to be the moment, but at least it's only me that's eating it, so how bad could it be, right? So it's been about 15 minutes. Oh, she's definitely cooking. So brisket isn't going to be too far off. So we are going to be pairing this with some mashed potato. I actually saw someone recently put on a video that they did mashed potato with wasabi. And like, I don't know if you guys have picked up yet, but I do like a little bit of spice. So definitely keen to try this. And then I feel like we'll probably have leftovers, which will be perfect throughout the week for wraps as well. So I put it on about 4:30 and it's about 6:45 now and it's still not cooked. So it might be a little bit of a later dinner, but this sunset is incredible. So I'm really not mad. I think I'm gonna build a little bit of fire and just sit here and chill until it is ready. I have no idea if this is ready, but surely it is like 8:30, so it should definitely be ready by now. I'm definitely thinking I didn't put enough liquid in this because it is cooked, but I feel like it might be a little bit on the drier side, but we'll find out. Okay, that's actually really good. It's just not pulling apart as much as I thought it would, but I'm gonna keep this off to the side. We're gonna get the potatoes ready and then we're gonna eat some dinner. I probably got like about half a tube of this, so I'm just gonna go all in and just chuck it all in. Oh, that's really good. It's not even like when you have wasabi and it kind of gives you like that like burn. Oh, burn's not even the right word. It just kind of gets into like your nasal cavities. It doesn't do that, but the flavor's there. So like, that is incredible. So plan of attack today is literally to have no plan. We're going to continue up north. I believe there are potentially some really cool stop-offs along the way and we are going to be passing through Geraldton. So we're going to go there, stock up. I've got to buy a new fishing rod because I broke that yesterday. I actually reflected on yesterday and I was like, it was a little bit of a disaster between literally breaking my fishing rod and then practically burning my arm off in the fire. I'm like, let's not have a repeat of that today. So where we came into this campsite, we can actually backtrack out that way, but I believe, I was looking at Google Maps and I think there's actually a track that goes further past the campsite. I'm not sure where it ends up, but I think it might bring us out somewhere towards Greenhead. So I reckon we're going to go check that out, go on a little bit of adventure and then, yeah, like I said, see where we end up for today. some of those tracks were getting so tight. It definitely reminds me that I probably need to get some form of like paint protection on my BT. It is on my very long list of things that I have to do. Yeah, I've come out to pretty much like the main road again. So we're about 10 kilometers away from Greenhead. I'm not sure if those tracks continued along. It looked like I sort of went into a bit more sand dune style driving. So yeah, I've come out here. I'm going to air the tires up now and then we're going to make our way over there. So I made it out to Greenhead and this is absolutely stunning. I feel like I could not have picked a better day for it. And I'm not sure if you guys can see, but literally right behind us there is like this stunning rock formation which is called Nature's Window on Google Maps. So I think I'm going to go for a little bit of a swim out there and check all that out. But yeah, I realized we've got so much driving to do today. So we are about maybe 2.5 hours away from Geraldton. So I do need to stock up on a heap of stuff. So that's definitely priority for today. And then I want to go another hour north to this spot called Hut Lagoon. Apparently it's a little bit better towards sunset, so that should actually work out pretty good timing. So yeah, we'll keep our time here short and sweet, but definitely enjoying this, and then we'll get back on the road. So I finally made it out to Hut Lagoon, which you guys can see behind me. This is beautiful. I feel like it's a little bit different to one of the salt lakes I visited recently. This actually has a little bit more water. So it's got this beautiful reflection of the sky, which I think is going to make some pretty epic shots when we get the drone up. But yeah, as we all know, salt lakes, the pink hue comes from like bacteria and water. So typically, I think it's like April to October is always the best time to visit. And we've literally got like the perfect blue skies to visit this as well. Now, this is well and truly more of a popular location than I thought. There is literally tour buses rolling in. So I have like sneakily found this four-wheel drive track. So I've come out here, I've got this entire section to myself. So let's get over there, check it out, throw the drone up, and hopefully we've got some epic shots. So I almost closed off this video at the Salt Lake, but I've come out to this campsite, which is probably like 30 minutes away from the Salt Lake. It is called Lucky Bay. So you effectively pay $15 per night to the Rangers station and you can literally camp anywhere. So I found this beautiful spot tucked away behind the dunes, but this is incredible. Like, I highly recommend, if you guys are out this way, definitely come and check this out. But before I close off this video, I wanted to finally announce I've had a few requests in the past to have, I guess, some extra ways that you guys can support my channel. So I have officially decided I have got the time and attention to put towards a Patreon account. So you guys liking, commenting, sharing these videos is literally all the support that I need. But if you would like to support me in other ways and maybe you want a little bit of behind the scenes stuff as well, I will be putting the Patreon link in the description below. So I will be doing early access to videos where possible, and then of course I'll be doing Q&As and behind the scenes content as well. So thank you guys for supporting me in any way that you can, and I will see you guys all in the next video.